I did already film this video once, but it was far too long and far too rambly, even I couldn't sit through it. Hey, so as you can see by the title, I am being referred for top surgery. I say being because I haven't actually been referred yet, and I'll explain why now. So I actually found out only a few days before my appointment that at Sheffield, I don't know about other gender clinics, that you don't get referred immediately after that appointment. It goes to the multidisciplinary team, who then have a meeting, I guess, to discuss you individually and whether you seem ready and informed enough for top surgery, and ultimately whether it's the right thing for you. And then, if you're approved, they'll send off your referral to the surgeon and you'll get put on their waiting list. So it's the wait for the multidisciplinary team to have had their meeting and discuss it and approve you, and then once the referral's put in, obviously there's the weight of the surgeon's list, so it adds on a bit more of a weight as well. I was told when I found out about this thing even existing that the wait was about 6 months, but when I spoke to Justin, the doctor that I saw at the appointment, about it, he did say that it's actually currently about 4 or 5 months, so I guess at least that's a little bit better than 6. But he did also say that they completely understand that it's quite a long wait and they are trying to get the times down for people. They're looking at extending hours for the next month to get more meetings out of the way and bring that weight right down for people, so hopefully it won't be that long soon. So yeah, I won't be getting top surgery anytime soon, definitely not this year, but it does give me plenty of time to work on myself and get to where I want to be before surgery, so I'm just trying to focus on that at the minute. So yeah, now that that's out of the way, we're going to get on to what was said, and quite a lot was said, so there's a lot of information here. So first of all, he asked about how testosterone was going and what sort of change I had. He asked about stuff like body hair, voice, bottom growth, and if I'd had any uncomfortability with that and all that kind of fun stuff. He said that my bloods that I got done at the beginning of November had come back and they were all good. My testosterone levels are now where they want them to be, so changing the dose every 3 weekly obviously worked, so we can stay there. Also that my estrogen levels were apparently perfect, really well suppressed, so that's good. The only thing that came up as abnormal was my cholesterol levels. Apparently they were a bit high, but he did also ask if I'd eaten anything before I had the blood test, and I'm pretty sure I did because I've never been told that I have to fast, so I will have eaten breakfast or whatever. And he said that's probably why, and apparently if you eat before a blood test that you're supposed to fast for, the cholesterol tends to reflect what you last ate. I'm not a doctor, so don't ask me how that works, it's just what I was told. And since I've never previously had any issues with my cholesterol levels, and I've had plenty of bloods done throughout my life, trust me, having something to eat when I was supposed to fast is more than likely the reason that it came up high. But I'm due my bloods in February anyway, so he said just to make sure that I definitely don't get them done in the morning, just skip breakfast and have it after I've finished at my appointment, get my bloods taken. Also, he said that up to a year, bloods have to be done every 3 months, and then after a year, they're only every 6 months. So I need more bloods done in May, and I won't have to have any more done until November, and he said after 3 years, I only need to get them done annually. So that was definitely useful information to know as well. We also talked about the fact that since mid-November, I've been getting breakthrough bleeding, as he called it, which is just really spotting. It's like quite light amounts on and off, and we think, or at least I definitely hope, that that's down to the fact that I just came off the Depo-Provera injection. I'm not going to go into all of that in this video and explain why I was on the Depo injection. If you want to find out about that, you can watch my starting T/gender dysphoria diagnosis video. I'll put it up in the cards, so click on there. And I would have been due my next one right about now, so it's probably just getting out my system and kind of messing things up a little bit. And because my estrogen levels are really well suppressed, he wouldn't have thought that was the reason why I've had this bleeding. But I did sign the consent forms for blockers just in case, so if it doesn't stop and that happens to be the reason, then I'm going to go on them and see if they help as well. I'll be going on Leuprolin, something like that. And I'd rather not go on any other medications. I did try to avoid going on hormone blockers in the first place. So I'd prefer to avoid it if I can help it, but if I need it, then I need it, and it's there for a reason. So I'd rather have that than be bleeding constantly, because right now it is utter shit. I hate it. And then lastly, we talked about top surgery. We went through all the risks and complications and things that I need to know that might happen and all that kind of thing. But for sake of the speed of this video, and for not rambling like I did last time, I'm not going to go into all that here. And he asked me which surgeon that I decided on, and I chose Mr. Peter Nishaw in Hull. And we discussed about me needing double incision because my chest is too big for peri or keyhole, which I already knew. And yeah, we just discussed the basics, which is risks, what to expect, revisions if needed, etc, etc. The main concern I have right now is the wait time going up before I'm referred, and that's because after my appointment with Kirsty in October, when she gave me all the information about what surgeons I could choose from and everything, I decided to ring up Nishaw and Dr. Caddy's secretaries because they were the two that I was choosing from and really narrowing down at the time. And I did that to get an accurate idea of the current waiting times. And the secretary told me that Nishaw's was currently about 10 months then. But then, only about 2 or 3 weeks later, somebody in a Facebook group that I'm in had called the secretary and asked about the waiting times, and he was told that it was 50 weeks, which is 2 weeks off of a year. That was in November. We're now in January, and I'm not going to be put on the list until at least May, so I have a feeling that the wait times are going to go up quite a lot in that time, but I guess we just kind of have to wait and see on that one. Anyway, I think that's everything that I want to cover. Hopefully this comes across clearer and a lot less rambling than the last video. I made like concise notes and exactly what I wanted to say and how I wanted to phrase it to make sure that I didn't go off topic and I didn't start talking about something else or over-explain things, because I like to ramble and that's just like ADHD for you. But yeah, it did mean that I kind of had to take some of the information out a little bit and not go into everything in detail that we discussed. So if you have any questions, please feel free to comment them down below. Or if you prefer, you can always private message me somewhere instead. As always, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. And to see more from me, make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on. If you want to, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter or Instagram at Jay'sJourneyFTM. And yeah, so thanks for watching, come on my journey, and I'll see you in the next video.